All right, this is Brit and Judy. They're going to tell us a little bit about joining Lifestyles, a little bit about them, and turn it over to you guys.
Judy and I decided years ago that we needed to do something for more income. Because where I was working at the time.
Hold it close, Brit.
Yeah.
Where I was working at the time, I was working for a company that was doing very well. I was getting some decent raises to start with. But over a period of time, the raises started kind of fading away to zero. And so we decided, okay, we need to do something different. So we chose to start investing in real estate on our own. We had no clue what we were doing, but we heard about a radio program online, not Dale. Mm-hmm. But we invested in some real estate ourselves and bought a house, got it rehabbed. Unfortunately, the contractor decided that they wanted full payment on the job before they finished, so they walked off the job, and we said, no. So we had to hire another contractor who came in and finished everything, got everything done. We got some tenants in there and started making some cash flow on it. But we decided we needed to try and generate a little extra cash for ourselves. So we decided to do some house flipping. And so we flipped several houses, and we discovered very quickly that flipping houses only made money for our contractor because we made nothing.
I will not teach you how to flip houses this weekend.
Yeah, don't.
We're single-family buy and hold, multi-family buy and hold. Copy? No multi-level marketing, no DVDs. Sorry.
Dang it.
Amen to that. So we gave that up, continued renting our house for about 5 years, making some nice cash flow to this nice married couple, and we decided that, okay, it doesn't look like this house is going to appreciate very much anymore, so we decided to sell it off. We sold it off to the tenant's father, and we only lost $5,000 on the deal. Thought, oh, okay, so this is not the way to do this. We've tried flipping, we've tried renting. Said, okay, we're going to just pause for a minute here. And we thought, we did pretty good considering we had no idea what we were doing and we had no help. And then on a Saturday morning, I heard Dale on the radio. And I said, Judy, listen to this guy. Mm-hmm. And we went to the 2-day presentation and we signed up with Lifestyles. And so the house we're presenting tonight's the third house we bought after we joined the company here.
So who in here found Lifestyles through the radio or podcasts, right? I used to listen, my wife bought me this little Craftsman AM/FM receiver, right? And every Saturday afternoon I'd cut the grass when Dell was on at like 11 a.m. on Saturday afternoon. So it was my hour to cut the grass so I could listen to I listened to it for 7 years before I came to a case study. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we did better than that. It only took us one time of listening. And, okay, we're coming. Come on. After doing that house by ourselves and not having a clue what we were doing and then hearing what support we could get here, we're like, okay, we got to try this for sure.
All right.
Excellent.
So here's some pictures. You want to tell them a little about?
So this is y'all's third single-family investment.
Yes.
But your latest one.
It's not the latest one.
Okay.
We're going
right.
to
Okay,
a
well,
little more on this one.
It's the middleest one.
The middleest one. Okay.
There's a lot more to the story.
Copy.
So with Lifestyles, we found this house. It was a 2-1, and we thought, okay, this is perfect. So we got a Lifestyles contractor to take care of fixing everything up for us. We got everything done. It was beautiful. Judy worked with the contractor to pick the right color, right scheme. Of course, we still had very little idea what we were doing except her great color taste.
Looks like agreeable gray on the walls.
Yeah, it was in sad shape. But with their work, we came up with this beautiful thing right here. We ended up adding on an extra bathroom to it. It was a 2-1. We switched it to a 2-2. Our contractor said, hey, you want to add one back here? And we said, sure. So now we got a beautiful 2-2.
Also, if just remember that it was also the main walkway was going sideways, and you had to go this way and then you had to go this way in order to get to the kitchen in the far back.
So the layout was kind of funny.
It was very funky, yes. And so what the contractor did is he said, what do you think about making it go this way and make it open? And I said, you got it. That's exactly what we need.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. Those open concepts are a lot nicer.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. So here's some of the numbers. this was back in 2019, and we'll tell you why we're sharing you one from back then. There's more to this story.
Okay.
All right. So
you brought 25 out of pocket.
Yep. And we spent $40,000 on a contractor plus some closing costs, and we ended up with this beautiful house with all these numbers here. We found a tenant pretty quickly.
$1,400 a month.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We got our 30-year mortgage through one of the Lifestyles mortgage vendors, and had our cash-on-cash return of 23%.
So, whose 401k is making 23%? Please raise your hand. Right? Tax-free when it's offset by depreciation, by the way. You will pay taxes on your 401k. Makes sense? And I'll teach you about depreciation this weekend also in the 2-day on Saturday morning. This is tax-free cash flow because we offset it by the depreciation on the property. Copy? We're using the same rules Congress uses, right? Nancy Pelosi's husband's a real estate professional for a reason. No, I'm serious, right? We're using the same rules they wrote. Why can't we take advantage of them?
Yep. Why do you think tax laws are so good for real estate?
Yep.
So this was a good deal. 15,000 equity capture. That's okay. And go ahead to the next one. All right. So tell us what happened in 2022.
Well, the house value increased over the years. So in 2021, we did a cash-out refi. We got all of our money back out of the house plus more.
So you got 15 grand extra.
Yeah.
Nice. After 3 years of ownership.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So are you taking that 40,000 and go buy a motorcycle or something?
Well, we thought about it seriously, but actually we used that to buy some other real estate with it.
Yep.
Once you learn the map, once your belief cycle's reinforced, guess what you're going to do?
How many times did you do this?
Well, we bought a number of houses. This is one of 3 that we bought over those years that we've done complete cash-out refis on. So we have 0 money invested in all of them. So we have an infinite return of running on our return on all 3 of those houses. And we're cash flowing on all of them. And so we took that money and we invested in other houses.
So if you notice, the rent went up a little bit over the 3 years.
Yeah, good.
And if you notice their cash flow, it changed a whole lot. You want to flip back to the last slide? I don't think my clicker's
you can.
working. Could try it.
Oh, 486 to 485.
486. So they took out some money. Might have had to pay a little more interest. I don't know, but that cash flow is still there.
Slide, Samuel.
That's not always the case.
It
but
changed by $1.
Changed by $1.
Okay.
Yeah, interest rates dropped a lot during that time period.
Good.
So they bought a couple more properties and made a lot more cash flow out of that.
And I'll show you this weekend, no matter where interest rates are, right? There's a correlation in America in a functioning market that rents, right, the price of renting something, and interest rates, the price of buying a house, they correlate. If interest rates go up, rents go up. Does that make sense? Yep.
Basically, those costs get passed along to the renter.
And so as investors, we're always able to yield the spread in between that. Copy? If interest rates are 11% when Dell started this 25, 30 years ago, he was able to make 21, 22% and made the 10% spread on the money. Copy?
All right. One. Hold on. Can we go back one? All right. So here they've amassed a portfolio. You want to share a little bit about that? We've got some good equity capture here, and
Yeah, so we took the money from those houses. This is one of our other houses here that's done fairly well for us also. The equity that we captured out of refinancing the McKinney house, plus some of the other houses, we used to buy ourselves 2 duplexes up in Tennessee.
Excellent.
And so now we're cash flowing up there. This one's doing very well for us. That one's going to be because we're about to raise the rents because we've got one tenant there who hasn't had a raise in a long time. So we're going to raise the rent there.
Excellent.
okay. Yeah, so this is the current numbers, current equity. Go ahead.
I'm sure the question is going to come up.
Yeah.
Y'all drive around and head up to Tennessee and y'all have inspected these properties and you show up every month and collect a check in Waverly, Tennessee or something? How's that work?
We have a property manager that takes care of all of that for us,
Okay.
and we pay them a fee, and that's part of what we pay out before we get our cash flow every month.
Lower it down and aim it to your face.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So having house, property manager takes care of everything. We don't have to go up there. If there's a problem or an issue, they call him. He takes care of it, sends us a bill if there's something we need to pay for or take care of. He collects the money if there's a problem with somebody moving in, moving out. He handles all that. We don't have to do any of that.
Have you ever seen them in person?
Never seen them, never seen the house, either one of them, never been there. We got these properties through a Lifestyles realtor up in Tennessee. We were trying to find some good deals, and we saw some through the organization that said, hey, this is a good deal.
Right. Once you learn the map.
So we saw this, talked to him, got it all worked out, got the financing, and said, okay, great, let's go with it.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, live where you want, invest where it makes sense.
Hey, come on.
All right, so how has Lifestyles changed your lives since you've joined?
Well, as we're continuing to grow our portfolio, we're thinking, okay, before with my job, my current job, I'm still not getting raises that much anymore. And I don't really want to change jobs. The benefits are good and the work's not that hard. But I'm thinking, okay, if we keep doing the real estate and keep growing it the way we're planning to, then we have a shot at me being able to retire someday, and we'll be able to take more of the vacations and trips that my wife loves to take. So,
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yes, excellent. All right,
Goals.
so you got a few goals, it looks like.
I think vacations is one of them.
Yep, travel the world. Short term, continue building your cash flow.
yes. We're currently thinking that 3 of the properties we've got at least we will probably sell within the next 15 to 18 months or so, because we'll have built up the equity and everything's going well. So then it's going to be time to sell those and invest in something else. We may buy some bigger multifamilies, maybe a fourplex, or maybe go into a passive deal.
Back it up once.
Yep.
I want to go back to his number slide. Okay, so you came to Lifestyles. You put some money into deals, right, single family, but since then you've refinanced all that money out, right? So,
Yeah, we don't have a dime in those houses.
and for that, what's your monthly cash flow? I don't want to do the math. I'm thinking you know it.
I don't know that I could do it.
$1,000, $1,200
Probably
maybe?
$1,200, $1,500.
And you've made $230,000 in just equity,
Yes.
and they're still at zero out of pocket. Y'all copy that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Pretty
It's
amazing.
awesome. Sorry.
That's
I
right.
just
No, that's good.
had a
All right, so you had a little bit of help, didn't you? You were talking a little bit about some of that. Looks like you used some mentors to help you out, and I know you've used more than Doug and myself, but yeah. So that's the great part of Lifestyles. You get help. Someone can hold your hand through the process.
And Capital Concepts, he was the tall guy John Shirley introduced earlier, Kerry.
Carrie, yep.
He's done a lot of deals. Actually, he helped me get financing for one of my single family, 10 years ago.
Yep.
Right?
Your realty team, you had Jennifer and Sam.
Yes.
They helped you find some properties.
Yes, Jennifer helped us find one of our houses in Houston area, and she was awesome.
You ever seen that one?
Yes, we actually have been down
Okay, you
there.
drove by it once?
We've been down there a couple of times to meet tenants just so they could have a face to put with the name. But other than that, just once or twice a year maybe, and try to use that as a mini vacation if we can.
There you go. Business write-off.
Overnight, mind you.
Overnight. There you
Overnight,
go.
mind
Yep.
you.
Yep. Get a
Yeah.
hotel. Go out to a
Nice.
restaurant.
Exactly.
All
Well,
right.
also Expos are in Houston
Yeah,
every
a lot of
other
times,
year,
yes.
so you get down there. Yep.
Yep. You get to write all that
Excellent.
stuff off. All right, and then you used Spearhead. It looked like insurance.
Yes,
Right
they've taken care of every property that we've gotten. They've gotten us the best deals and handled everything for us. Simple and easy. Okay, we got this property. Here's the specs on it. Here's what we're going to do. Here's the cost. And they've handled it all. We haven't had to do anything beyond that.
And-
It's so easy.
Even in single family, right, which is still a little bit of work, you start creeping into the interdependency of just relying on other people to do things for you, right? You didn't research insurance rates in Houston, Texas. You talked to a vendor who knew all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yep, copy.
Yep. You got to have a good team, which there's a lot of good Lifestyles vendors out there that'll help you with every aspect.
And we have about 5 minutes for questions too.
Okay.
Also online or in person. Anybody? Come on, man. The guy's making $1,200 a month cash flow, has no money in the deal, and has made about $250,000 in equity, and y'all don't have a question for him? Or him and his, I'm sorry, Judy,
Brit and Judy.
has done all that, and y'all don't have a question for her?
There you go.
Yes, sir.
I'm just nervous about buying a house in Houston or other cities.
Sure.
How did you get over that? Because I feel like I need to have it in close proximity to where I'm at.
I understand. We were terrified to go way down there. At that particular time, there weren't any really fabulous deals up here in the DFW area. The market was really booming and there wasn't a lot. So I talked to Lifestyles mentors and said, we're just not seeing much. Oh, okay. Well, you need to go down to Houston. There's a bunch of deals down there right now, and you can get a good deal down there. So we're like, oh,
Like
okay.
this weekend, I mean, I'm from San Antonio, and I don't own any single family there, but I may find a house in San Antonio. It doesn't matter once you have a team and you start to learn. But the beautiful thing about mentoring is, completely understand, Dennis, where do you want to buy, man? We'll help you find something in Haslett, Texas, or Sherman, Texas, if you really want to be close to it. Yeah, why not? We'll
There
help you
go.
out.
Yep. Plenty of deals up there.
That's what we do.
All right. Any other questions for Brit and
Online,
Judy?
any questions, Ember? Nothing. Perfect presentation.
All right. Well, I have one thing I'd like
Yes,
to say
sir.
if you're done with me.
Sure.
In the olden days, there used to be a commercial that said, if you're going someplace, take American Express with you. Don't leave home without it.
Mm-hmm.
Judy and I tried doing real estate by ourselves, and we did okay, but don't try this without going with Lifestyles. It'll make your life so much easier, and you'll go do so much better.
So that kind of, yes.
Yes.
That leads into my question, maybe. When did y'all attend the 2-day, 17?
End of 17,
Okay.
thereabouts.
What was the aha moment at the 2-day that said, okay, yeah, we need to do this? Did y'all have one?
Yeah, as soon as we heard them talking about all the support and the teams and the help we were going to get, especially the mentors telling us, okay, these are the people who are going to help you through this. After doing our own deal by ourselves and not having a clue what we were doing, we were like, oh my word,
Yep.
this is what we need to have a chance.
I told that to Dell too. I had a couple single family before Lifestyles. One, I partnered with my cousin, right, in a single family. And I live closer to the property, so who did all the work? But like Saturday morning, I was like, or at lunch on Saturday, I was like, Dell, man, you're talking about everything I messed up in single family in the last 2 years, right? Yes, Judy.
If I may, for me, it was during the time that Brit told me the next time after he heard Dell talk on the radio, he had me listen the next time. Mm-hmm. And when I heard it, I literally cried. That's when that was the aha moment for me.
Nice.
It's powerful.
Excellent. Any other questions? Yes, Ember.
All right, one question from online. What was the membership process, the mentorship process like when you guys first got started with it?
How'd you find a mentor, I guess? So y'all came to the 2-day. I think you joined the challenge program, right? We'll
Yes.
talk about that.
Yes, we did. I think we then met with one of the mentors up here,
Yes.
and she got us started on, okay, here's what you need to do. Here's the program, here's the paperwork of what you need to start looking at and the order you need to do it in and how you need
The
to get
classes you need
started.
to take.
The classes to take.
So let me jump in here. So also, Lifestyles has a path after the 2-day if you want to go to the challenge program and do single family with mentors or multifamily with mentors, the preferred investor group. And you'll receive a roadmap of things to do and classes to take. Dell, a few years ago, hired a wonderful lady who had a doctorate in adult education delivery. She built college courses. And, all the mentors have done videos forever on, hey, this is what you do when you're evicting somebody, right? anything you could think of, right? Going through the refinance process, the rehab's must-dos, the rehab should-dos, the rehab need-to-dos, the rehab maybe you want to do, right? And they created probably the best, I'm going to say it's the best education program for real estate investing in America. I truly believe it is.
Definitely.
So there's a path for you. Come to the 2-day. It starts at the 2-day.
Yep, this weekend.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's give them a round of
Anything
applause.
else? All right. Thank you very much.